Good morning and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, I'm your hostess, and I would like to welcome each one of you here today to this possibly abbreviated episode, I'm not sure. Um, as you can tell, I've had my surgery and I have to, sorry, I meant to adjust my neckline. And since my camera's backward, it throws me. So I have to wear the stiff collar for a couple more weeks. And because bending over or even bending towards the mirror and everything is hazardous right now, forgive the no makeup look. So sorry about that. Today is May 24th, and I believe this is episode 67. And I would like to welcome everybody who are checking me out for the first time, or whether you've been here time and time again. And this is not normally the way I look. I don't usually have this lovely accessory on, but you know how it is. First of all, before I forget, first, sure, back up a little bit. This podcast is all about knitting, sewing, dyeing, spinning, other yarn and crafty related things as I do in Lima, Ohio. Now, I would like to thank everybody for your kind thoughts, your prayers, I always love to give big hugs to everybody, and I got quite a few back in return. Thank you for that. It's just been great. I tell you, I came out of surgery, and whereby I went into it feeling like a 7 or an 8 and feeling like I was in pain all the time. I came out, my pain levels are generally a 1 or a 2, depending on how much I do. My grandchildren are here right now visiting, and so I have a tendency to turn a little bit more than I should probably, but I don't think it hurts anything right now. Okay, you know what? I put my camera up, but I didn't put my show notes up. I will have a hard time following along without my show notes. I will. I got through the beginning stuff, now I gotta get through the rest. Okay, I'm not going to show everything. I still have between a weight limitation and an awkward limitation on what I can lift. I'm not going to show the Afghans today. I worked on my annual temperature Afghan. I think I added 1 or 2 days to it, and that was it. And the other one, oh, excuse me. I started a square, and that's as far as I got. This is probably going to be abbreviated because of the yawns and everything, too. Okay, let's get started on the other things, though. My friend Janie is going to see this, and the first thing she's going to say is, "Where's my socks?" Well, she came to visit me in the hospital, and she asked me that. I said, well, there's a pattern to them, and I don't want to mess it up. Well, let's see. I am still on the ribbing at the very top. Every time I sit down and think I'm going to work on it this time, I'm exhausted. I've been doing a little bit more knitting every day, but it's just usually things that don't have too much of a concentration factor with them. But that's okay. She's a dear friend, and I know she's going to love them whenever she gets them. I've got a chemo cap I've started. Oh, by the way, Janie's socks is made out of my Napier's Knits Janie's sock yarn and size 1 needles. I'm just not thinking straight. Here is a chemo cap I've just started from the same skein of yarn as the previous two. Just a moment. So, let's see. I'm going to see how far I can get on this today. Then, this scarf out of my homespun yarn. I've made quite progress on this. And I think it's turning out very pretty. It's going to make a very nice winter scarf here in Ohio for somebody. They're what my grandson right behind me with the curly hair. So there's a scarf that I finished. Or not finished, that I'm working on. The kitty cat socks I didn't get out. I haven't even worked on those really this week, so I just left them out for right now. And my plain socks aren't out either, so I'm not going to worry about those right now. So, then after all that, I got one chemo cap done. Ta-da! This is basically mindless knitting. So I was able to do this pretty easily. Now in the hospital, I did my plain sock because it was very easy to do. But that's the only finished object I have. Now let's go on to the things that make me happy. Even though he's crying a little bit because he's probably getting his clothes changed right now. My grandchildren make me so happy. My grandson and I have been playing Crash. Not he and I physically, but with his cards. There's my Tobias. Hey, hi people. There. People. And that's my daughter Molly. Yeah, you're on my podcast. Looky here, Genevieve. There you are. And there's my Genevieve. She is a beginning spinner. She can stand on the spinning wheel treadles and she can make it move without having to sit down. And she's doing pretty good, aren't you? They're my sweeties. Yeah, she's eating a good old apple too, aren't you? And they're going to be going to the zoo probably today. And I'm going to stay behind because I'm not really supposed to be doing that much yet. And car riding right now is supposed to be really out of the limits for me. So, okay, let's see. So my grandkids have been making me happy. Your comments have been making me happy. And then, nitpicks. They were having a wonderful sale where you could put together any set of yarns of the same kind but different colorways and save 20%. So I got myself Manzanita. Okay, you want to show that one? What's this one called? I can't remember. Groovy. Groovy. Yeah. And then I got this, which was Dear Diary. Let's see. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Pegasus. No wonder I like it so much. And then I got this, which is Carnival. So I figured between chemo caps and socks, that'll be plenty. Yes, this is the yarn that we spun together, isn't it? I've had lots of help from them spinning this yarn. So let's see. That's lots of the things that have made me happy this week. I told you it's going to be a short episode, so, I'm sorry for the short visits, but, I didn't finish watching Critical Role this week. Not yet. But I did read my daughter's blog of Beyond the Schoolyard, and it's all about their visits that they've gone on, the different places that they've seen when they've visited their grandparents and their aunts and uncles. Yeah. You're right. And so it's really cute. They talk about the Newport Aquarium and a park down there they went to that has farm animals. And they went to the zoo, but Cincinnati Zoo was a little bit big. So the zoo they're going to go to today is a smaller one. We used to always call it Molly Zoo because I would take her there almost every week. And then she also has some unique stories from there. So anyways. Okay. So check out Beyond the Schoolyard because it's just fun. It's full of cute pictures of my grandkids, of course. But it also has some great ideas. And especially if you live in the Ohio area, of some things to look at and see and do. Okay, next week will be the end of the Crafting for Children and Babies. So you have one more week to get your entry in. I'll probably be doing the drawing right before the podcast on Wednesday. So get your entries in so I can draw names and everything. And then I hope you've been gathering your supplies because our next one is going to be your choice. Oh, I can't pick you up, sweetie. You have to crawl up if you can. There you go. The next one will be your choice. Either knitting from a book or knitting with beads. Because I had just about the same amount of requests for both. So get your supplies together and get planning what you want to do. Okay. Short episode, But I wasn't surprised. I knew it wasn't going to be very long because my energy level just isn't super high. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will talk to you next week. Hope your week goes pretty much error-free. And if you do have errors, I hope you're able to correct them. And big hugs. Can you throw hugs to them? Big hugs. Did you throw a hug? No? Okay. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye, everyone.